It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And it has been, for me, an inspiring morning thus far. Why? Because we are turning our focus to wildlife. Yes, it is World Elephant Day today, but a campaign that we have seen grow in prominence over the entire year has been one involving this beauty behind me, Ilanga, a rhino that has now become synonymous with the fight against rhino poaching. Why? Because Globeflight have chosen to take her on an odyssey across South Africa. I am now joined by Joanne Grace, who is, of course, the Sales and Marketing Director of Globeflight. Joanne, always a pleasure to be catching up with you, especially when you bring us friends like Ilanga. What an awesome campaign. What, as I said, an odyssey. How's it been going?
Ilanga campaign is fantastic. Globeflight got involved with this because I think personally we are all in love with nature.
Yeah.
That's why we're South Africans, right? And to kind of sit back and do nothing when there's a crisis going on, we would hate to look back one day and say, well, we were there, it was happening on our doorstep and we did nothing. So that's why we're involved. We're going to make sure that we save some rhinos by raising some money.
When we look at the numbers, and we really do have to do that, get into black and white to reinforce just how much of a landslide it is. If we look back at 2010, 333 rhinos. Last year, 1,004 rhinos, and we're already sitting at 618. We need corporates to get involved. We've moved well beyond that phase where NGOs and non-profits can actually handle the fight. This has to be picked up by the likes of Globeflight.
It certainly does. None of us want our children not to know what a rhino is. This is only 60% the size of a normal rhino.
About 200 kgs.
Absolutely. She's a heavy girl. And we just don't think that it's reasonable to stand back and do bugger all.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. So we are doing a number of things, and there's a great social media campaign attached to this. We are the lovers of selfies on this show. I've had to learn. We've got a beautiful little mini Ilanga, but take me through what looks like an awesome puzzle. Take me through the campaign dynamics.
Right. Well, Ilanga is going to be leaving Johannesburg very shortly, and she's going on a 15-city stop around the country. She's going to be rather tired.
She is a well-travelled girl, eh? Sure.
And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be having selfies that you can take with Ilanga, as well as we're going to be handing out a couple of 100,000 of these.
Nice.
Building up one of this builds into one of these, and obviously you're going to take selfies. The most well-travelled, the most exciting, the most creative selfie are going to win prizes.
Very nice.
Yes.
Now, what I love about this is it speaks to a very big market, yes, but in particular to youngsters. Children who might not necessarily understand the gravity of the situation. We've got to start educating them as early as we possibly can.
Absolutely. I think the kids are where the future is. The kids are the people that need to know about anti-poaching, about looking after our heritage. This is our heritage. We're South Africans. We're Africans. This is important to us.
And this is turning into a watershed part of the world in terms of that fight. Now, we know that this 220 kilograms of beauty, of absolute majestic African beauty, is going to be heading on quite an interesting itinerary. Some of the stops that she'll be making?
We start in Johannesburg and move on to places like Witbank, Polokwane, Nelspruit, Kruger Park,
wow.
Richards Bay, all around the coast up to Cape Town, and then into Kimberley and Bloemfontein and back up to Joburg. So
wow.
It's a 15-city stop. She's going to be a busy girl. Luckily, we're a great courier company, so
yeah.
we know how to get her there.
You'll get the job done,
Yeah,
and don't worry,
we will.
none of your stuff will get left behind anywhere. How do we get involved? Where can we follow the journey? What's the best way to connect with you guys?
www.globeflight.com is the best way. Find us on Twitter, Globeflight1, and Facebook. That's where the competition is. That's where you're going to see all the details, and you can find us, you can follow us on a map that Espresso is hosting as well, and you will see where we're going to be. Get your kids, get yourselves, get this rhino around the world, take some selfies. There's fantastic prizes. You guys are going to love it.
And if you want some inspiration, you can see some of our Espresso selfies that we've taken with Ilanga as well. Joanne, thank you so much for all of the efforts that you guys are putting in. It really is a pleasure.
It's a pleasure, and thanks for having us.